Hello everybody and welcome to the Washougal National here. Today we're just going to play a 20 lap race, talk about some stuff that's happened in real life, and yeah, just have some fun here on Washougal. We are racing the 125 class here, and yeah, not the greatest of starts. Let me get into the race here. Stefan Roncada with that hole shot. We're coming up the inside right now. Oh, up horsepower hill. Yeah, so Washougal, I just chose this track just because this is actually a really good track. It's actually not one of my favorite tracks on the national circuit for real life, but it is pretty cool. I like this track a lot in this game. Track in real life is pretty cool too, but there are just better tracks on the circuit in my opinion. But yeah, here we go. We are into this race. We already have lost 2 seconds, but I got some good lines on this track, and I believe I can win this race pretty easily. So, yeah, but I chose this track because I've had some pretty gnarly battles on this track. And yeah, I want to make the most entertaining video for you guys. So we're going to do it here. So, taking the lead already. Oh! And not hitting the big triple. That's definitely going to cost us later in the race, and this track is going to get so rough. 20 laps, sorry for the long video, but yeah, you guys might tune out in the middle of this video. That's totally fine, but I feel like if the battle rages on, and people will stay, and yeah, we'll see. In this video, we're going to talk about some real life stuff that's happening in real life motocross. Some news here for everybody else, for other series, and yeah, this will be a good video, I feel like. So we're in the lead now, so, and that whip section there, that whip section so tough. I gotta remember that triangle, that this game, looking back, is on that D-pad. You just hit the bottom of the D-pad and you look back. In the milestone game, you hit triangle to look back, and if you hit the D-pad to look back, then you'll just can't change your goggle view. So yeah, already pulling away here. I don't think this is gonna last, but yeah, we'll see. I'm sure everyone's enjoying the noise of the two-stroke. I don't know why, but the two-stroke in this game is actually really cool. Coming up the inside, we got 5 seconds already. So yeah, if I pull away, I'm sorry, I don't think I will pull away. I think they will close up at some point in this race once the ruts get deeper, and once the track gets rougher, I will struggle, and they will pull back in on me. So yeah, while I'm out front here, let's talk about some real life stuff that's been going on. The big news that dropped yesterday, so that would have been August 3rd. It dropped that Antonio Cairoli is coming back. Now, I keep hearing, I heard two different things. I heard, he said, Cairoli himself said just Budds Creek he's coming back. But I also heard that he's coming back for the last 3. So I don't know which one it is. I believe it's only Budds Creek. I hope it's for the last 3 because I have an opportunity to work at the last round at Paula through MX Sports. Which, thank you to MX Sports if that ends up happening. Thank you for MX Sports for even giving me the opportunity if that happens. And so yeah, it would be a blast to meet Cairoli in person. I had a chance to at a local track here in Elsinore, and unfortunately that didn't happen. But yeah, I've watched that guy ride since he's been coming over. First time I watched him ride was at the National at Paula at the beginning of the year, and then, oh boy, see, I told you this lead would not last. Here we go. Battle is on here, but yeah, and then I saw him ride at a local track here in Elsinore, and yeah, I had the opportunity to meet him one day, but just didn't. I think my friend was gonna give me a ride back to my truck, and I just didn't get the opportunity to meet him. But yeah, just grateful to watch him ride, honestly, because that guy's a legend. And yeah, yeah, if you guys are in the Budds Creek area, so that would be Maryland, I recommend you guys go watch him, because that guy, he's pretty cool. He doesn't ride I don't think he rides the same as if he did on a European bike, because the European bike, the bikes that they race in MXGP and the bikes that we race here, they are different. In Europe, they don't have all the limitations. So if you don't know, the American teams, they have to follow a certain rule. They can only race bikes with stock frames over here. In Europe, they don't have that rule. So the bikes in Europe are very different than the bikes here. I know that might sound crazy to people, but in America, you got to use a production frame, and in Europe, you don't have to. So yeah, it's very interesting. And I heard at the beginning of the year, especially at Paula, they were having setup issues with Antonio. I actually spoke to his mechanic. I believe it was after Hangtown. Actually, it was the day I saw him at Elsinore. I've seen him twice at Elsinore. The first time I saw him at Elsinore, I actually ran into his mechanic at Chipotle and was able to talk to him a little bit more because the guy used to work for Geico Honda, and I was wearing a Geico Honda hat that day. But yeah, I asked him straight up, so how's the language barrier? And he said it was totally fine. So, which we'll see. We'll see how Bud's Creek goes. His starts when he left were absolutely insane, except for High Point. His starts at Hangtown and Thunder Valley were pretty good. He was up front consistently at Thunder Valley, and obviously Hangtown, he threw that massive whoop in front of Ken Roxon before Roxon took off. By the way, I want to talk about that for a little bit. So we all saw Cairoli whip it in front of Roxon. I kid you not. I don't even know why this video exists. There's a video of Cairoli doing that, of the video of him scrubbing in front of Roxon, and the title of that video is Cairoli is dirty. Unbelievable. Yeah, I will leave a link to that video, and I think I left a comment on it too, just saying you're an idiot, this is not dirty. Cairoli has straight up said that he did that because he knew Roxon was behind him. He wanted a good photo opportunity, which whoever got a photo of that, I mean, that video at least that's a legendary video already. In my eyes, that's a legendary video because those are two guys who pretty much raced together. Well, I don't think they raced together before Roxon came over here, but those are, I wouldn't call Roxon a legend, but those are two badasses. Just at that point, Cairoli's just having fun. He's over here to have fun, and the fact that KTM won't pay him is kind of stupid, but I'm not going to go into that because I could be associated with KTM soon. But yeah, 7-second lead in this race, clearly pulling away. And you know what? This would have happened. I didn't expect this right here, but yeah, I lose a little bit of time up Horsepower Hill. There's sections where I lose time on this track, but there's also sections where I absolutely am horrible at this track. But yeah, once this track gets rougher, once we get into lap 10, lap 15, then I'm going to start to struggle, I guarantee you. But yeah, this track is already rough. We're only 4 laps into this 20 lap race, so yeah. I'm just putting down my laps right now and just having fun and entertaining you guys, because that's my #1 goal. I've realized that even if my video gets 4 views, hey, that's 4 people who are generous enough to click on my video, and I appreciate you guys. Whoever's watching my video right now, or even any of my other videos, and I even have an unreleased one that's going to come out here soon, and it has to do with that super motocrossing, which I won't talk about that. I made a video and couldn't upload it that day, so I'm going to upload it here very shortly, for sure before Unadilla. But yeah, make sure, like I said, I have this headset now, and yeah, so more videos to come. I know I made like 3 or 4 videos the day I got my new headset, which I hope the sound on it's okay. Yeah, this is one of the sections I struggle with right here. I'm just going through that whip section, just not that great. But then this From here to the first turn, I rip. This is where I get most of my gaps. And as you can see, we're getting a gap here. So yeah. Yeah, this is all starting to get rough. Yeah, the two strokes in this game, they sound pretty good. I have not heard the two stroke in the Supercross game, in Supercross 5. I've heard it a little bit in MXGP. I know I rode a two stroke in MXGP Pro when I played that game, which, if you want to see me, if you have a game recommendation, I have all the Supercross games. I don't have Legends yet. And I named my channel Mega Boom Network so that I can open so I don't have to be just constricted to motocross games, you know? Like, I want to make some GTA videos. If you want to see some GTA videos, I have some videos already up of GTA. But if you want to see more of that, just let me know. And if you want to see even Monster Jam videos, like I will go back into Monster Jam and make a video if you guys want to see it. Just let me know. I have MXGP 2021. I have a lot of games. So, but if I don't have the game and you request it, I'm sorry. I'll just let you know, I'll just like reply to your comment and say sorry, I don't have it. But yeah, most games that I think people come to expect from me, I have. So. Alright, big triple here. We are gone. We have absolutely pulled away from the field. I am on medium difficulty. Maybe I should have switched to hard. But yeah, right now we are just pulling away here. Look at. Let's see if we can lap some people. Oh, that was a bad crash. Okay. Let's do a backflip while we're at it. Short little mini backflip for you guys. I know that's not realistic, but hey, this is MX versus ATV all out. It doesn't have to be realistic, does it? If you want to see me also race other tracks on this game, or even other vehicles on this game, just let me know down in the comments below. I am open to literally anything. Alright. Coming through. God, why does it sound like... You hear that when the bike lands? Why does the suspension sound like it's underwater? I'm noticing that here. Now that I have like a big headset on, I can catch those details. So yeah, oh, the suspension sounds like it's underwater. It's kind of weird, but hey, it's a video game. It doesn't have to be realistic, especially MX versus ATV. Which, if anybody's listening, from Milestone, from Rainbow Studios, if anyone important is listening in the motocross gaming industry, please make an official Lucas Oil Pro Motocross game. I know we have these official tracks in this game. That's cool. But we want to race as the official rider. We want to do the official race day. We want to do all that stuff. Either add a DLC to a game where you can get all that stuff, or make an official motocross game, pro motocross game. Everyone is asking for it, and I'm asking for it too. I think it would be pretty cool. We got Supercross. Now it's time to get pro motocross, and I hope one day we can get it. I know, dude. If you can make an MXGP game, you could for sure make a pro motocross game. Don't give me the excuse that this series isn't popular enough. Excuse me, dude. I'm sure it'll do very well. It might not do as well as a Supercross game, but it'll do well. I promise you. So, whoever's listening to this, please make one, because we want to ride as Jet Lawrence on a pro motocross track. Yeah, you can make replica guys with the character creator, in this game, but still, it's not the same thing. Just yeah, this is cool, but we want an official pro motocross game as well. So yeah, just make that happen, whoever's listening. All right, see that we've lost some time now, but we're gonna gain it all back. Yeah, we are losing time. Found a flat line and could not use it. God, that two-stroke actually sounds phenomenal. I don't really like the two-stroke sounds in real life, but this game right here, they sound really good. Alright, made up a little bit of time to that section. I told you, I rip in that section right there. Woo! I'm starting to like two-stroke sounds a little bit more here, as they're starting to grow on me, let's just say. They're a little bit annoying at times, but they're starting to grow at me. I know a lot of people will hate me for saying that I hate two-strokes. Just four-strokes sound better, you know? Look at that, our gap is back. Well, it almost was 20 seconds there. Alright. I want to talk about, also, we are in Loretta Lynn's week, and actually, as I'm filming this, it's going on. And I just want to say that these Hayden Deegan fanboys, they're unbelievable. They are unbelievable. So I just want to talk about it a little bit, because this is crazy. It happened a lot last year, and it happened in Minios last year too, and I see it happen this year too. Not as much this year, but it still does happen for sure. Yeah, which this is good. This is good. Like, I'm not talking trash on Hayden Deegan. I'm not. I might even make a separate video about this. But I also want to talk about it in this video, because obviously we have a lot of laps to go, and I want to kill some time here. But I don't know. I think everyone's saying Hayden Deegan's going to grow the sport. It's going to bring a lot of new people in. That is true. But it will also kill the sport. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if this is the reason. This thing, it's cool. Literally, I was watching this on Tuesday. I was watching Loretta's on Tuesday, and Deegan's race came on, and the views went out the window. I think it went from like 10,000 to 15,000 people were watching that, which is really good. And then we all saw what happened. Evan Ferry tipped over in that corner, and unfortunately Hayden had nowhere to go, and he clipped him, and it destroyed his rear wheel, which that's a bummer. That's a bummer. You never. Hayden Deegan has a lot of talent. I'm not diminishing his talent. Where I'm ranting is, the moment he pulled out of that race, the views just went down. And that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. I think it went back to like 10,000 views. So it went up when he raced, which is cool. We got more eyes on the sport. But then the moment he pulled out of that race with the broken, I think the spokes got broken, got mangled and Ferry's foot peg, which that's a bummer. But the moment he pulled out of that race, everyone just left. And then, so two things happened, actually. Everyone left because, hey, Hayden Deegan's not racing anymore, no point to watch this race. And then what happened was, everyone started trashing on Evan Ferry and say, oh, Ferry's an idiot, he did that on purpose, he did that on... Excuse me, shut up, shut the hell up, don't, no, like, come on, it's racing, That corner where Evan fell in, that corner has caused a lot of trouble this week. Even yesterday it caused some trouble. But yeah, that was ridiculous. I was really pissed off, and I think a lot of people were pissed off. And it's even to the point where Steve Mathis put out a tweet. Steve Mathis, the dude who puts on the Pulp and Mech, the host of the Pulp and Mech show, which met him. He's really cool. Met him at Millville. He's really cool. But yeah, he said, and this, I think I retweeted it too. He said, I cannot imagine being 40 years old and talking trash on a 16-year-old kid. You know what? He's right. He's right. If you are a grown-ass adult, talking crap on kids, what the hell? That makes no sense. No sense. And then, so then I tweeted, so what happens if Hayden Deegan wins tomorrow? We're going to crown him an 8-time champion in the 450 class? Because, honestly, I don't have a problem with you if you have a favorite rider. Like, if Deegan's your favorite rider, cool. That's awesome. Like, I personally don't have favorites because I respect them all. And, honestly, I have a certain Supercross champion following me on my Instagram. And now I have to be careful with what I say, because I don't want to hurt these guys' feelings. Like, this all happened in 2018. Okay, I went to San Diego for Supercross, which was round 6 of the championship, and what ended up happening was I went to the Yamaha tent, and Barsha and Cooper Webb, who rode for Yamaha at that point, this was a year before he went to KTM. He was on Yamaha, and I came through the autograph line like a fan does. So you got to realize I was just a fan in 2018. I wasn't at the level I am now. I mean, yeah, I watched every single race, but I didn't know a lot about the sport back then. I was just a fan going to a Supercross race, okay? And then what ended up happening when I was at the Yamaha autograph tent was I decided it was a good idea. Well, I didn't decide. I came through. I got Webb's autograph poster, which I believe I still have it. I have to check, but I believe I still have it. I might have taken it down once he beat Roxon at Arlington 2019. I might have taken it down then. But I got a signed Cooper Webb poster. And then I went through the autograph. I went through, and Barsha was next. I got a signed Barsha poster, which I don't have it anymore. I switched it out in 19, but got a signed Barsha poster and got a photo, and I felt so bad because I did not get a photo with Webb, and I tried to tell Webb sorry, but he just was busy with other people. But to this day, I feel so bad. Like, that broke my heart that I did that. Like, and at that point, I don't think it was at that point, but at one point I remembered that story of just picking favorites, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to pick favorites anymore. I don't want to have a favorite rider, because if you have a favorite rider, then it's kind of rude and disrespect. My point is, that's fine to like Hayden Deegan, but be realistic about it. Be realistic about it. If you like Hayden Deegan, he wins one race, which he rode really good at in the schoolboy class yesterday. If you like Hayden Deegan, that's great, but be realistic about it. Give other riders credit, which there were some people giving whoever Matty Jorgensen credit. In fact, I've never heard of that kid's name, so good on him. And yeah, give other riders credit, because it's out of control, honestly. Tomac fans are like this. Tomac fans are, he wins one race. In fact, I saw it this year. And WD40 MX Highlights, that's a great YouTube channel. I love that channel. I watch it. I support it. But you're guilty of this if you're watching this. So when Tomac won the second race at Hangtown, but he had to deal with some pressure from Sexton. They might have pulled away like they've been doing recently. But we're so quick to jump to conclusions in this sport. In the sport of motocross, it's unbelievable. And I saw, so Tomac won that moto. Great moto. Great moto. He earned that one. Like, you earn everything you get in this sport. No gifts. Even if your name is, I don't know, Vince Freezy. No disrespect to Vince Freezy here. I'm just saying how it is. If your name is Vince Freezy and you are in 22nd place and 21 guys in front of you crash and you win the race, you still earn that because you didn't crash. So Tomac won that moto, and then I think it was like the day after the Hangtown National, I saw a video from him that said Tomac's back. What the hell? That was one moto, and yet since then, you know what? I could say it. He's back. He's been riding really good. Went on an 8-race win streak. But yeah, Sexton's not gonna make it easy on him. But yeah, I just feel like if you're a fan of someone, you just automatically forget about everyone, and it's really disrespectful. And that's why everyone, I feel like that's what separates, like, when people at Millville ask me who my favorite rider was, I said, you know what, I don't have a favorite. I respect everyone, and everyone loved that answer because they don't get that answer a lot. People don't say that a lot. But yes, Deegan is going to bring so many new faces to the sport, and I almost want to go to his first Supercross to see what that's like. Hell, I want to go to one of the Futures races next year and see what that crowd's going to be like, because nothing's confirmed yet, but if he's on the trajectory of Ryder DeFrancesco, Chance Hyman, then he should be racing some Supercross Futures in 2023. So yeah, I definitely want to go to the Futures races to see how that's going to be. And yeah, I was going to say something about that fan stuff. I just don't remember. Hold on. We have a few more laps left here. I have absolutely dominated this. Oh yeah, I was talking to, so I met a lot of guys. I met a lot of guys the week before the opener of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Series. Like, I met Dylan Ferrandis in a parking lot, and then I met Rick Johnson, at my local coffee shop, which was really cool. And he even asked me, "Who's your favorite rider?" And you know what? If you want to know, he asked me the same question. Who's your favorite rider? I said, hey, you know what? I respect them all. But then he asked me again, well, if you had to choose one. And you know what? If you ask me, hey, if you had to choose one rider from each class, who would you choose? And you know what? You know what I'd say? 250s Ryder DeFrancesco and 450s Chase Sexton. That's who I'd say, because I've actually met both of them. They're really cool. Hell, I even have Chase Sexton, the Monster Energy Honda hat, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's the only one that wears that. Well, he's not the only one that wears that, because he gave me one. Well, actually, it was one of the guys on the, like, I don't know exactly who it was, but somebody who works for Honda gave that hat to Chase Sexton and gave me the hat. So the same hat, Monster Energy Honda hat, that you see Chase Sexton wear on the podium, well, I have one of those, and it is signed, so I don't wear it all the time, but if I'm going for like a quick run for coffee, then I'll wear it. Like, I'll probably wear it when I go get coffee right after this video. So yeah, my point is, that's fine to have a favorite rider, but don't be disrespectful to the other ones. Give guys credit. And you know what? We have a few more laps, and I could talk about this too. And once again, this might be a separate video too. And just, I'll probably never be allowed, especially if I upload this Super Motocross video that I did. I might not be allowed to do Supercross anymore because I talked a bunch of crap. I didn't really talk crap, but I just basically exposed Feld, at least, and MX Sports, So yeah, I'll upload that video like I said before Unidoa. But another thing I want to talk about, maybe I'll make a separate video on this. What the hell is going on with Supercross's Live's Instagram? Did it get hacked? Like, okay. I grew up watching baseball, okay? I grew up watching baseball. I was big Angels fan. Now if you ask me who my favorite baseball team is, I say Rockies because I've been to that stadium once. It's really cool. But yeah, basically, what the hell? Like, I absolutely hate, like, detest MLB's Instagram because it's just this, that. They like share everything and it just fills up my feed. I understand it's the MLB and that's basically all teams, but they'll put up the stupidest things, like for example, they'll put up something to do with like a, I'm trying to think of a good, like they'll put up like a dude, like, you know, in MLB, because I've only stopped watching MLB in the past few years, so this was going on. Ooh, I really cased that jump. But this has really been going on since, I want to say, since Jose Fernandez passed away in that boating accident. But he started it. You know how, like, they celebrate, like pitchers will celebrate now after strikeouts, and let's see, batters will like flip their bats. Like MLB would put up a video of like, who's a good, I've never seen Shohei Ohtani do this, but they'll put up a video of Shohei Ohtani celebrating. Like, it'll be like a simple fist bump, like just something you'd see in like pro motocross, like where Tomac just lightly pumps his fist after a race win. They'll put up something like that and say, "Oh, he was super excited about the strikeout," and it's like, do you really need to be putting that up? Like, yeah, that's cool, but do you really need to be showing us how, like, we see, like, just the stupidest things like that? And you know what? I understand. Okay, here's where this comes back to the Supercross's Instagram, and if you follow it on Instagram, you see this stuff. It's been going on for quite a while right now. Just the stupidest things, like. Yes, I understand it's not Supercross season. I get that. But what the hell? You guys are turning into MLB and I do not like it. Like, I don't know who runs the Supercross Live's Instagram, but I'm sorry, I don't think anyone likes what they're putting up right now. Like, I'm sure there's and they're doing it for the casual fans. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they're pandering. Who knows, maybe they're scared. Maybe, which I don't know why they wouldn't be scared. They're still going to be the top Supercross series for a few more years, but why would they be scared of World Supercross? I don't know. But yeah, this didn't happen last year. I don't think they put up these random clips last year. You know, so that's just a minor annoyance. And yeah, it's just, I feel like they're trying too hard. Like, Supercross is getting away from what it's supposed to be. Oh, how did I save that? Usually I would have went down there. I don't know how I saved that right there, but yeah, usually, like, they're getting away from what the sport is. Like, I understand Supercross is more the entertainment side of motorcycle racing. I get that, but still, it's a world championship. Like, stop pandering to us. That's just a minor annoyance to me. I don't know if you guys notice it, but I now have to be careful. It's funny because I now have to be careful what I say on Twitter because I have some pretty big people following me now, like Mitch Kendra from Racer. Never heard the name, but I got back from Minnesota and this guy started following me. So yeah, if you didn't know, I was on the Weed Show. Yeah, I have been featured in the Weed Show, which is pretty cool. It was actually dope. So yeah, if you go back and watch the Weed Show Millville post race, and they talked to a Make-A-Wish kid there, which was so cool for Weege to do that. Jason Wygan I'm talking about. He so basically what happens is he's talking about, I think he's talking about the race, like going on a monologue, just walking around the pits to talk about the race. He just interviewed Kyle Chisholm, and then there's this kid who comes in the background and shouts out his name, and he surprisingly he answered to that, and he let this kid have a whole segment. This kid introduced himself well, and then the kid, when he's interviewing Chase Sexton, the kid is standing around with that group of people as well. And then this kid also, this Make-A-Wish kid also appears in the best post-race show ever. He walks across the screen right as the end title is coming up, where it says like filmed and edited by, I believe, Tom Jurnett, and then this kid walks across. Yeah, that kid was me. I'm the Make-A-Wish kid from Millville. I think you guys can recognize my voice at this point. My voice is, I'm going through that phase where I'm like changing, like my voice is changing, like it's getting like deeper. I still have my voice cracks, but other than that, like, it's changing. So yeah, I have that very distinct voice, and I think I had that look too. Look like a goddamn monkey out here. And yeah, so, and actually it was funny because I actually shouted out a certain podcast, which if you have not listened to the Moto Aftermath show, what are you doing? So they're not associated with anyone like I'm about to be, hopefully. So yeah, it was so funny because on Friday, we went down to the track on Friday. It was about a 30-minute, so the track at Spring Creek, if you're gonna stay like in a city town, stay in Rochester, Minnesota, because it's like that's the closest town to it. Yeah, so we Friday we went down to the track, and it was so funny because I wore my Moto Aftermath show shirt, which is a podcast, and I wore that shirt because I'm sure MX Sports knows who that is, or at least knows that they're pretty controversial. Yeah, they are a very controversial podcast. But I wore that shirt and it was hilarious. And I got the whole tour of the goddamn TV truck. I got to learn about the everything. It was, yeah, but MX Sports is so cool. I'm in talks with them to do some stuff in the future. Especially for the last race at Paula. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like the opportunities after everything I've been through the last 2 years, it's just cool to have these opportunities. I won't go into what I've been through. Want to keep that kind of private, but still, it's been pretty cool. So yeah, I'm doing well. My health is doing well. It's just been rough the last 2 years. So I'm just glad to have these opportunities and very thankful to have a 20-second lead. I did not expect this. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video, where I said something like, yeah, I don't expect to have a 20-second lead because this track's gonna get rough. Well, here we are. Oh man, I've kind of ran out of things to talk about here. This is kind of weird. I usually, I don't know, man. I guess we can. I talked about it a little bit. I made a Max Volan video. I talked about it a little bit, but I guess we can talk about the future for some riders. Tomac, I want to start with. Tomac, because I think he's publicly said at this point. I think he publicly said it in Millville, actually, that this is going to be his last outdoor season. Which, if Chase Sexton can beat Eli Tomac when Eli is on a Star Yamaha, I'm sorry, nobody's beating Chase. Like, I hope Chase Sexton beats Eli. Do I think it's going to happen? You know what? I'm not sure who's going to win this championship. Like, after Southwick, going into after Southwick, I thought for sure Eli was going to have the red plate at Millville, and then when that did happen, I was like, well, you know what? Tomac will go 1-1 pretty easily, and he'll take the red plate. And then obviously he's really good at Washougal, and he'll just take the series from here. But then I realized, but then I think, well, Millville happened, and when Chase kept Eli in sight most of the second moto, I actually passed him in the first moto and took off. And you know what? After the first moto at Millville, I damn near was in tears, because that's the moto where Chase passed him, looked like he was gonna win, and then that rut blew out on him, and Eli ended up winning that. And after that, I was about in tears, because like, well, there's a good championship fight. We lost a good championship fight. Tomac's just gonna run away with this. He's gonna win by a million seconds in the second moto, and that did not happen. No, that has not happened. Tomac has been pressured hardcore to the point where, yeah, when's the last time you've seen Eli and Washougal, I'm talking about, when's the last time you've seen Eli Tomac tip over like that in a race? It's been a while. Oh, what a save. That might take the MIP save of the day right there. I don't know. But, yeah, when's the last time you saw Eli Tomac tip over like he did at Washougal in a race? So, yeah, Chase is giving him a run for his money. I'm still, like I said, after the first moto of Millville, I was like, well, Tomac's your champion. He's just going to run away with it. And now after Washougal, I'm not too sure who's going to be the champion, especially since Chase Sexton won. Now, I can't decide if Chase Sexton pulling that gap in the second moto was Eli saying, no, I'm not going to push it. I want to win this championship. Or I will tell you right now, if Eli Tomac was pushing it, oh my goodness. Eli Tomac was pushing the pace there, and Sexton was just able to straight up gap him. I'm sorry. Yeah, Chase Sexton's probably going to win this championship because he's going to keep doing that. Chase, historically, was he won Washougal in 2021, so, and I kind of forgot about that. I didn't forget about that. I remember that. But all I remember was there was some circumstance to him winning the first moto in Washougal last year, and then he kind of got dropped the second moto because Dylan Ferrandis was in the series, and Tomac was beast mode. But yeah, Unadilla, let me just put this in your head right now. If you watch Tomac at Unadilla the past few years, especially 19 and 21, Tomac is not very good at Unadilla. Actually, he's not very good at Unadilla at all. I don't believe he has a podium there. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Tomac has a podium there in his career. Last year wasn't great for Tomac. Unadilla, you know who's really good at Unadilla? Ken Roxon. And then Chase, all I remember from Chase at Unadilla last year was him sliding out in the first turn. Like I think he got the whole shot, or right before the whole shot line, he got side swapped and went down. That's all I remember from Chase from Unadilla. But yeah, guess who's really good at Unadilla? Ken Roxon, which I think, honestly, I don't think Ken Roxon goes 1-1 this year at Unadilla. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's pretty hard to bet against him, but honestly, I don't think he does. I think if Tomac and Sexton continue to ride the way they are right now, I don't think Ken Roxon even comes close, honestly. Roxon had a good day at Washougal, terrible day at Millville. Who knows? Roxon, he's really good there. I don't think he'll win Unadilla, but he could get a win. I could see this. I could see this if Tomac is gonna struggle at Unadilla like he always does. I could see this going like being like let me see here. I could see this being like Fox Raceway, the first round, Paula, where Chase and Kenny go. I could see, this is the one race right here where I could see Honda going 1-2 in every single moto again. But who knows? Eli Tomac, he might come in here with some vengeance. You know, I don't really remember his interview at Washougal. But yeah, I think it's either going to be Chase or Kenny who's going to win Washougal. 250 wise, oh, Jet Lawrence is going to go 1-1. Jet Lawrence, I believe, is going to do what Ken Roxon has done there the past few years, which get out front, get a gap, and pull away. Kind of like he did at Southwick. Because remember last year, he was Jet was challenging Justin Cooper. Cooper pulled away, and then Jet kind of went beast mode at the second moto. I wouldn't even call that beast mode. He just did really good the second moto, and yeah, won. So yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna have anything for Jet Lawrence. Maybe Hunter Lawrence. You gotta feel bad for Hunter Lawrence at this point. Really good at Millville, and then unfortunately didn't get the start in the second moto after the restart, and then Washougal wins the first moto and then has problems in the second moto and literally comes within a few seconds or a few bike links of winning the overall, but gives it to Jet. So yeah, I think Unadilla, we're gonna see a Honda show again. That's just my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Unadilla or what's gonna happen at Unadilla. And then Budds Creek, you gotta throw. I'm sorry, if Cairoli starts are anything like they were the first few races of the series. I know he didn't race. He hasn't raced in a few rounds. But yeah, you gotta put Cairoli up there. I think Cairoli will get top 5 overall at Budds Creek. Remember, I think he raced. I think he raced in 2007 when the Motocross of Nations was there. And I guess since we have 3 laps to go, we can talk a little bit about Motocross of Nations here. Some updates here since that happened. Since I don't think I talked about it on this channel, so we're gonna do it here. So Justin Barcia pulled out his bid for the 250 spot, which, you know what, he was very honest about it in he put something up on Instagram. He was very honest about it. He basically said that I don't feel I can represent my country to the best of the ability on the 250, and something that really pisses me off. And so we saw Justin Cooper win the second moto at Washougal, which great ride, got the start and just gapped from there. Thought Jet was going to win that for a second, but obviously Cooper earned that one. He got a good start and he pulled away. But then I don't even know who the guy was. I think he was associated with motocross in some way, but they had him talking, and he said something like, you know what, consider Justin Cooper for that 250 spot. I'm sorry, if you put Justin Cooper on that 250 spot for the Nations, absolutely, that would be the biggest mistake. Yes, Justin Cooper is very good, and if this was 2021, or if he was doing what he did in 2021, absolutely, I totally agree with that. Put him on the team. He earned it. I know he was hurt in Supercross, but other than that, what the hell has he done this season? No disrespect to Cooper here. Justin Cooper, one of the best in the 250 class still. Even with the bad foot injury, like, he has some podiums to this point. I think, or Southwick is his only podium. I think Southwick is his only podium. But honestly, I know we'll never know. But honestly, the way Levi Kitchen rode at the beginning of the year, if he didn't get hurt and kept that going, I'd put Levi Kitchen on that 250 spot. I'm not. I don't. Is he old? Yeah, he's old enough. I'm sorry, he's old enough. He's like 21 right now. Put Levi Kitchen on that spot. Like, I know it's not gonna happen because he's hurt. But honestly, if he was still racing and doing what he did at Thunder Valley and Southwick when he pressured Jet there, I'd put Levi Kitchen on that spot. But yeah, I honestly think our team's going to be Tomac, Sexton, and Craig. With Craig going on the 250, obviously Craig 250 Supercross champion in 22, doing really good on the 450 right now, but obviously that's 450, 250, because I think, you know what, I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, Tomac and Sexton are going to go do what Villapoto and Dungey did, or what they've been doing right now is just pull away from the field. I think people are forgetting something. You have a lot of good guys riding this race. Like, I don't think Jeffrey Horner's racing it, but you got Tim Kaiser, you have the French team, which is going to be, I imagine, if Ferrandis is okay, it's going to be Dylan Ferrandis. Oh, you have the Australia team, which is going to be the Lawrence brother, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time brothers are going to be teammates in this race. And then you have Lawrence brothers and Mitch Evans. You got a lot of good guys here as we're on the final lap of this race. You have a lot of good guys here. You have a lot of good guys, which I believe, I don't think, like, is this our best chance to win it? Yeah, but this is also, we know Australia is going to be, a big contender in this. I don't believe that, that Tomac and Sexton are going to do what they've been doing, pull away from everyone. I just don't believe that. Will they win races? I believe one of those two wins a race. And for Tomac's sake, I believe a Des Nations win is the only thing left on his resume to complete. So I hope America wins, man. I know maybe the industry doesn't care, but the fans sure as hell care. And yeah, it's going to be a crazy Des Nations. Like, I've heard it all over the place. This is the most hype destinations I think we're gonna have for a while. I hope we win it. I really do hope we win it. For Tomac's sake, go out. If this is, well, he's gonna defend his Supercross title next year, but go out on top for outdoors. Go get it for us, and then go World Supercross. Oh yeah, another real quick. This is just gonna be quick. Red Bull Straight Rhythm is back. It's gonna be at Huntington Beach, which is, I live about an hour from Huntington Beach. I don't think I'm going to go unless I get invited by a certain... Unless I get invited, I don't think I'm going to go. But it's going to be a two-stroke only race, which is interesting. It's going to be on Huntington Beach. Jason Wygant and Daniel Blair is going to be commentating it. I think it's going to be on... Oh, yeah, that's right. They announced it. ESPN Plus, which... I don't know if I want to pay for ESPN Plus for one race, which... really isn't a race, but yeah, but if I get invited to it, I'll go. Other than that, I don't think I'll go. But yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, that's about all I have here. Oh, don't go down. Okay. But yeah, MX of Nations, that's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna come down to Australia and America. And yeah, that's about it. That's our moto talk here. If you want me to do more of these, let me know. That was really fun. I'll ride a different track and we can talk moto. Big win there. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment your opinions on anything I talked about here in the comments below, and I will see you guys next one.